Testing, 1, 2.
There you go.
Okay.
Can you just share your screen? Looking at your face right now.
How do I share? Share screen. Here we go. Is it working? All right, thank you for waiting. How many of you are first time? Okay, so we usually have a lot more, but I haven't really put on an announcement for anything really special in particular. So it's kind of our more casual meeting today. First thing, this is the SCV Internet Marketers group. So if you're here to learn about internet marketing, you're in the right place. If you're not, then sorry, in the wrong area. But I'm Chris. This is my business partner, Steven. And basically, we have a group here of some really, really good internet marketers. So if you're new and you have any questions on internet marketing, then by all means, it's very casual. Just raise your hand and just ask, and you'll get feedback from most of the people here that have answers for you in that way. So before we leave at the end of the evening, my goal is to make sure that if you came with a question, or if a question pops in your head before the end of the evening, that you get a chance to ask it. And not just ask me, because like I said, there's some brilliant internet marketers in this room here that you want to get the feedback from. So by all means, does anybody have any questions to start before we begin? So tonight, I'm going to be covering just a couple of different things. Actually, I'm going to be kind of hopping around in other areas. So 2 months ago, we learned from a guest speaker about the Hexeter themes for WordPress. And we were told about one of the, I guess, the builders of these themes on how fast they were supposed to be and help improve your SEO because of the speed and the trim down. So he gave everybody an opportunity, if they were looking to use it, to go ahead and use it on their WordPress sites for free. So I built a site just to go in and test it. Now, what was it? I forgot. Wait, I have a shortcut. So I'm making 2 sites. Search.net, and the other one is BibleCrossword.net. And basically, these are it's based on ads. So this is an ad, and on the top here, where my shadow is, that's an ad as well. And I have a program that I just enter in a whole bunch of words. So what I did is I took all the books of the Bible, like 66 of them, I dumped it in this program, and I made 66 different 40 different crossword puzzles, so that the idea is repetition helps people remember the books of the Bible. And then there's another 20. So to make it easy on myself, I just made a whole bunch of these, and every day I uploaded a new puzzle. And that way I have some consistency. So all throughout March, I did that. And then April came, and I didn't touch the site because it just got busy. So this month I was going to go ahead and start doing it again. Now this is built on the Hexeter theme on one of theirs. And one of the problems with themes for WordPress that are built a specific way is if you're not good at CSS coding and manipulating it, you're stuck with what they give you on that way. So I had to pick a theme that I thought would work best. And this theme is to sell stuff. So it's not specifically made for this. Normally, this would be either a video right in this section here, or some kind of picture of a promo thing. And then it has, your title of whatever you're trying to sell or pitch. And then here is supposed to be a click now or buy now button. And that's how that works. And then as you scroll down, this theme would give you it won't give you an ad normally. It would give you actually a description of whatever the product is or the company. And then lower here, you would be able to go ahead and have add more, or you could have different buckets of testimonials or things on there. So that's pretty much the whole front page of it. And then when you click on the read more, or actually at the top of there's the word search puzzles here.
What is it? Is it just a double click placeholder that's being off just because that's the opening for the ad? So it's your ads is still double click?
No, this is all AdWords. I mean AdSense. Google Ads.
Because that's the double click. That corner thing. That double click.
I think DoubleClick took it from AdWords, if I'm not mistaken. I think so. Yeah. So this here, then what all you see is all the different puzzles I threw up there, and I just numbered them going through Old Testament, New Testament. I used some SEO verbiage in there to try to get, because Bible word search games is heavily searched on the internet. So I'm trying to go ahead and just like really stuff this whole website with all of these words that are in there. And every puzzle is a little different. And basically, if you go to the puzzle itself, this program that I bought creates the puzzle. So that's a what do you call it, a featured image. So I can't control the size because I don't know how to do it on a theme. I'm sure there's a way in CSS to go in and do that. But basically, it's kind of like a screenshot taken of it. And then here's the actual puzzle that you can actually, well, you're supposed to be able to do it right on the on here. And then you can actually, I don't know, let's refresh this. I notice this happens once in a while with these puzzles. It uses, I think, JavaScript of some sort that gets stuck. Oh, what happened? Did I lose internet? There we go. So basically, you should be able to highlight. But then you can also on the, I guess on a regular it'll work, but you can download the PDF version and print it. And then it also has the answers that you can do it. But as you can tell, it's really heavily ad driven. Google has lifted the ad limit on, yes, before you could only put 3 visual ads, and then you could only put 3 text ad type things. The other thing that they've done is they've actually made these type of ads, these are ads that look like buttons. So they've kind of helped out some of us publishers to go ahead and make things. Now, unfortunately, I wish that this would say Bible puzzles, but if there's no advertiser doing Bible puzzles, I'm not going to get clicks on it. That's basically how it's going to be. So because of the PDF word here,
What keyword were you optimizing?
Bible word search. Yes. So there's that same program I bought also makes crossword puzzles. So I'm going to have actually, what do you call it? Is it crossword puzzles? Yeah, crossword puzzles, the one that you fill in the box. You can also do that with questions and answers. So, but that takes a lot more thinking because I don't make questions and answers. Oh, so I'll show you guys my analytics. Yeah. No. What it took almost 6 weeks for multiple pages to really start getting indexed. So that took a little while, but I'm not running any backlinks to it. And of course, I am also not, what I should be doing is at the footer, really having interlinks going back and forth between the puzzles. I mean, it shows the recently added here, but the inconsistency of it right now is actually kind of killing the site right now. But the whole thing was, one thing is I also want to use the Hexeter theme because we were taught about it, that it was supposed to be faster and lighter. And John, what was the site you were saying? So John told me about this cool thing, this site at dinner tonight. Let's go ahead and take this. You can test your site speed and it'll tell you what's wrong with it. Like what exactly is the... So this...
metrics.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and put up a...
Yeah, and it's free. GT is in George Thomas.
So
I will
that's the site that I
never-
went to, if you need it.
Yeah.
And then let me go ahead and analyze this. So a couple of things we're going to do tonight is that we're going to go over speeding this up, because there's some, for those of you who, how many of you listen to Smart Passive Income by Pat Flynn? Anybody listen to that podcast? So just so you know, there is a podcast I highly recommend listening to, because he had on this really amazing optimization expert that actually he hired to optimize his site. That's how good this guy is. And the guy just spit out all of these really cool plugins that can actually speed up, and all like the regular hints and tips that we normally hear about as well. I'm sorry? Oh. Let me get a chair. Excuse me. What is the Y slow score?
I don't know.
Let's find out. Okay. So I got a B on this one here. And then
Check my website and I get a speed score of F.
I had that earlier. Yeah.
average Y score, a Y slow score is 69. So out of 70%, I guess I'm at about average.
70% is average?
Yeah, that's what it says. Average for page speed is 82, I mean 71. So 82, this is actually not bad.
Oh, so from 79 is not bad.
I guess not, because this is average is
They
71.
gave me an F, a big red F for the page.
So then you go down there and
So
it'll
I'm
tell
gonna
you
click on this. and
where
it's
you-
Ah.
where your site is having.
Okay, let me make this bigger so that we can see it. So what it'll tell you to do is what you need to know. I know that the images are not optimized. I actually took screenshots of the puzzles to make my images. And of course, like I said, it actually, if I didn't make it high enough because there's actual lettering in the images, it looked kind of really fuzzy. So I wanted to make sure it's clear. So I did use a little higher image optimization. I didn't really bring it down too much. And there is JavaScript in it because of the puzzles as well.
I just have a question. When you're doing your website, have you ever gone directly into like T-Mobile, place their ads, and something like that? Like so you would literally go to T-Mobile and say, I've got a blog, and can I have the little snippets so I can play so they can see their ads? You would get like $100 if somebody signed up based on that.
I have not done that. I strictly stick with Google.
So you set
Yeah.
up with Google.
And the only reason why I have not done the other way to actually buy advertisers onto my site is because in the old days, when Google saw that you're
So you're not
doing,
buying an ad, you're literally having like T-Mobile.
no, I'm sorry, not buy.
Yeah.
But when I actually had them, like in the old days, if somebody, an advertiser, bought the space on your
Right,
site
right.
for it, then they actually didn't help you out on
Google
your
shuts it down.
well, that was in the old days.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a long time that I just regularly stick things up there and it seems to
Well,
work okay.
I didn't do that because they wanted a certain minimum, which would take a while. I think like people
Yes.
wanted like 2,000 unique visitors,
Yes,
something like that.
So-
But that might change. That's been 2 years ago. Maybe they'll scale it down.
maybe if it's relevant. I mean, for me, you know, Google has been really good about finding the right things. If there is a Bible conference of some sort, all my ads will change to those conferences when they start
I'm
advertising.
not
So
questioning
I-
Google,
I stay with it, yeah.
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 They have more resources, but I was wondering.
By the way, if you go back up to the top,
Mhm.
you'll see where,
Let's see.
keep going back up. You'll see where this is, the server region is in Vancouver. They're using Firefox. If you actually sign up, which is free,
Uh-huh.
you can change where the test server is that's testing it and the different browsers.
Oh,
But you have to sign up, but that's, otherwise you always get that Vancouver and Firefox. It's still loading pretty quick.
mhm. So basically, the other thing is, I'm going to leave this up. Actually, I'm going to screenshot this as well. And the reason being is I want to go ahead and save as anybody have a suggestion plugin to be used to speed up a WordPress site?
W3 cache,
Which one do you use?
W3 cache.
I'm curious, could we split it? Download both of them?
Okay.
That's the list of right now.
Okay,
If you won't use WordPress.
So before I
It's too slow, it's got too much overhead.
Gosh, breaks my site. I'm gonna clone it first. It's like just okay. I'm just making a backup just really quick before I just okay, there we go. And then no, it's already on it. I have WP Twin on it. Yeah. Okay, so who what was it?
That's called W3 cache.
Let's go ahead and look for that.
Put W3 on there.
W cache?
W3 cache.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fastest cash. Yours.
Oh, there we go.
sounds like a used car station.
Yep, I put it on. Do I need to do any I do need to? Oh. Okay, so does anybody know what the best settings are for this? Or there's like
You want to enable page cache.
this one? Okay. Okay.
And minify. Go back. Oh, that's right.
What is minification? Should I just say understand or what is do it for me?
I forget what that all was. You can get out of that.
Don't do it.
Okay, exit, yeah. Oh, no, it's easy.
Database cache? Browser, that's enabled. CDN,
Yeah, you don't worry about that.
okay. Reverse proxy,
Yeah, just go ahead and,
save it?
No.
Oh, right.
okay.
Oh, wow, there's so many settings.
Yeah.
So how do you guys know what to set it?
I was reading a guy that knows how to do it.
Oh,
I
okay.
just followed him.
And then take off the enable Google. And then leave on verify rule.
Okay.
That should do it. Just
Yeah, and then go to the right and say save settings.
settings first, okay.
Okay, and
Then
then,
go back to GT metrics and go up there and retest.
okay, so 82 and 70, and I do have a screenshot. Let's see what happens.
4.6. Oh, you're good. And retest because sometimes it has to adjust. So you
Yeah,
get it better.
retest it one more time before you.
87 and 70, what was it before?
82 and 72.
And more, it is actually a big, if those of you don't know, it is a factor in helping you get better ranking SEO-wise, the faster your site goes.
4.6 is a slow.
86 and
I'm
76.
gonna be like at 1.
Well, it depends on what the route is every time too,
What was it? 86 and 7. It's still better though than original. So, okay. And then, Steve, how long does it take to set up this? Okay. So I'm going to turn off this plugin. And let's see what the other one does. Where's my plugins? Here we go. There.
It is. Yeah, I know. Well, you look at the logo, it's just like a leopard.
I'm gonna actually, I turned off the other one and I'm gonna test this one called WP. Yeah, to see which one actually works. Because I don't know if there's the conflicts or problems between the two. This one that's gonna, it's called, let me put it on the WP fastest cache. Okay.
Guy on Fiverr that paid $5 for make my site fast. I already got cash plugins on me, but okay, we'll take it. So we go, okay.
They make a big difference.
Oh, I mean, it's ridiculous. He might have done some other things about it too. I just know on the front end, all I saw was he added this plugin.
Oh, here, it's on the left. Okay. So on the left side, there is a. Okay.
Just go ahead and put from enable from new post down. Go ahead and click. I can just verify.
How about the minify? That's it.
Everything else.
Okay.
And then,
mhm.
1 second. I think it might be. Click on. There's two I'm not supposed to click on. Go ahead and click on log on users. Log in users. That one. Let me just verify real quick. And that's good. Go ahead and save.
Okay, so let's go back here and then we can do this.
Oh.
Wow, 88, 78. So that one works.
3.7.
Where's the other screen? Where's my screenshot?
They
Oh.
retested.
82, 70, and 82 to 88, 78. This little time speed, that was really good too.
But the request is could be causing problems. You're asking for on the server. That's where you get delay.
Could be. Yeah. So there's also another speed test before I found out about this one tonight. I used the Google one. And here, testmysite.thinkwithgoogle.com. It did not do very good before. Just let me go ahead and put this. So this is the one Google tells you to use, and Episcopal actually on that. Oh, sorry, you're right. That one. Let's go ahead and see. Okay, so 8776 was the final on this one. Yeah, that's pretty good. So that WP Fast Cache, I mean, what is it called? Yeah, fastest cache is definitely something that I'm going to leave on that one too as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that on mine,
Yes.
and I'm not gonna charge you for taking your advice.
Log in, I'll know it's you.
Steve, what was the name of?
Yeah. Well, I change all my passwords first, and then I'll get an access to a user account, and then I'll log out, and then I'll change all that. But, I mean, no, I didn't, like, no, I didn't see down last. What if? I have a backup on my site, so I mean, if it does something, then I'll just restore. Your bank account has less dollars one of these days, you know, you succeeded whatever you're trying to do.
So this is the Google tool, and Google broke. What's going on with that?
Those meetings just the server that you're on, so like.
You know how Google is, they don't do anything right.
That's, yeah, sometimes.
Like or two.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, it added it back in anyway. All right. Okay. So I guess some of the other things I want to go over is last time we talked about the Facebook ads that we were going to be running for a local spa that was out here. So the one prior to that, we were running out in San Luis Obispo. She had, what was it, 16 signups, and in less than 24 hours, and 6 of them actually were upsold on that as well. So we were actually trying to get a local spot here set up before the meetup to see how much we could actually get from it. She got, oh my goodness, I don't remember. What was her, 10?
I don't remember, I think
She had-
it was something, it was less.
Was less, and we ran but one of the problems that we found out, so on Facebook marketing, if anybody's doing it, just know we have highly found that people, the highest amount of traffic that you start getting from Facebook ends up between 5 and 7 p.m. when people start getting home. So advertising during those time frames, anytime before that, we just didn't get a lot of impressions, a lot of play at all. And then from the 5 o'clock hour on, when it was in San Luis Obispo, we saw a huge increase, and that's when all the stuff was coming in. Problem with the Canyon Country spa we had out here, they closed at 5. So we didn't really get the volume that we wanted to on that one. That was actually one of the downfalls to it. But what was really cool is I actually asked her follow up, now that those clients that booked through Facebook have come in, how were the clients? I mean, was it kind of clientele that they would want? And she said these were exactly the type of people that we want, and that they were going to be coming back. A lot of them, and some of them did buy some of the product on an upsell before they left. So the campaigns worked out very, very good. Basically, using the techniques that we had. Now, some of the hints and tips that we're starting to go ahead and figure out is we do monitor the calls that come in so that we can track who closed, what happens. And a big part of Facebook advertising for local businesses is absolutely 100% how good the people who answer the phone are on that one. We have a test running in North Dakota, right? That state? A test running in North Dakota, and they have 100% close rate on every call that comes in from Facebook. But those people are highly trained in customer service to the extreme. And one of the things that we found, even with those that were not necessarily trained out here, when a Facebook ad person calls, the excitement about the ad is what really makes a big difference. So someone calls and say, hey, I saw your ad on Facebook. If the person on the other side of the line says, isn't that an awesome deal? Boom, they're gonna close, I guarantee it. I mean, right now you just solidified how good that deal was, because a lot of people see it on question, when they see that Facebook ad and they think, what's the catch, what's the gimmick? But when that person answers, says, isn't that an amazing deal? We're running that ad just to test out Facebook ads. And yeah, that's a deal that it's a great pricing on that. And then if they know how to convert that into, by the way, because of that sale, if you go to an hour long, it's only this much, which is still like 60 or 50% off the regular. They can actually do the upsell very easily. I mean, so we found that a lot has to do with having confidence in the person who calls in. I mean, giving confidence to the person who calls in that the deal is really, really good. Because unfortunately, I guess people have a lot of their guards up when it comes to ads, especially for some really great deal prices. And it's a really good deal. They make this special package just for the Facebook advertising to bring people in, but it's not like it's something cheap. It's, they're getting a 50% discount on what the normal services would have cost for that exact service. So that's their staff. That's their actual staff on the phone. Yeah. Yes.
You know what, when you get to targeting, how do you target, did you target like the area, did you target demographics, did you do interest?
Good question. So spas, we targeted women from 35 to 65.
We started out, when we first started out, we just want to be very broad. San Luis Obispo is fairly small, it's like half Santa Clarita. So we just wanted we ran a discovery. We wanted to see who likes what, and we didn't want to be biased just based on metrics that Facebook gave us. So we're like, let's just let it run. And so we let it run, and then we optimized it. We're like, okay, we didn't target anybody, just female, just females, because they just buy more on Facebook. So based off that one statistic, that's the only thing we checked. 24 to 55, no, 24 to 65 plus. And we just let it run. We collected the data. And just let it run. Collected the data. We paid about $100 to collect that data. And then we're like, oh, well, between the times of, it was either lunchtime and then after they got to work, when most of the purchases happened, or most of the phone calls came in, and they were able to close. And then we also found that targeting was 35 plus.
Yeah, 35 to 65 plus. So 35 and above, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when we did it out here, I mean, we already kind of knew what would be the hot, but we also interviewed the business owner. The one out here, it was a 2-hour interview to find out who would be the best type of person, why, what is their interests and everything. So we could do some interest targeting if they wanted to, but this was a case study. So there was a limited budget of only $200 of ad spend is all they wanted. And so what we had there, we said we wanted to gather data, because with this, we wanted to hit other spas in the area, and we would have the data we know that would work faster for the next person coming around.
So like the $100 over how many days?
She did it, she did $200 out here, and in San Luis.
That was SLO. So that was a total of, it was like 3.5 days, about 3.5, but it was only running for like a total 24
10
hours.
to 7 or something. Yeah, certain hours a day.
So after we refined it down, we found our target audience. Had she kept it running, it would have been what was like $11 a lead when we started, which was fantastic, right? And she was closing them at $11. After targeting and narrowing down the audience, it could have been down to about $6, $5.30, $6.
Because the longer you run it, the higher it optimizes. Yeah.
When you really narrow it on this one, you don't have to spend $10 $11, $30. So it's $5.
Yeah.
But I see, I saw it was kind of smart, kind of do it out,
Yeah, well, San Luis Obispo, I mean, that demographic is only like 30,000. if even. And out here, it's like less. It's like, well, not the same. I'm sorry. 30,000 here, and it's like 20,000 out there for that demographic. Because we do target all of the zip codes in those areas, and that's all it'll go out to. And so we have to have the women of that age group to be able to hit.
Keep in mind that this we weren't running video ads. This was just straight text and image. So the cost per click was still fairly high. I have a feeling if we had a good solid video, it probably would have been a heck of a lot less.
Yeah, they do.
Oh yeah.
Well, on my feeds now, I mean, it's like 9 videos, 1 image. 9 video, 1 image. I mean, it's if anybody just writes a text post, I almost will never see it anymore. They have to put something in. I mean, even just an image is less likely nowadays, unless I guess they engage with me often, which I don't go on enough to do that anyway.
Facebook just give you more stats.
Yeah.
They tell you how long it's there, like 7 seconds. Still, they like it. That would be like, some people like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. The videos will keep people on. Yeah. Does anybody have any questions about anything come to mind?
I wondered if this gentleman's doing his own videos. Are you doing your own videos?
No, I just post videos at events. Oh, okay. Still, it's not even like a real video. It's just like I'll take 5 images and turn them into a slideshow, and I'll hit it at like 12 seconds, right? Because they say it should be like under 15. And then the analytics or the insight, they just give you more information.
Are you doing any voiceovers?
No, you know what? I tried putting music on it. First of all, they hassle you. That's familiar. They actually stop you and say, write some whatever. And they catch it almost every single time.
Take the music from YouTube and put it on.
That's what I do. They know it. They catch every single one of them, man. Every single one of them they catch. And I do all that public. What is it? Public domain. What's that thing? I'll fair use. Even after a while, you don't waste any time on that.
You just have to hum in the background.
Increase.
Well, I did have that went viral, and it hit like 760 reach, like 55,000, and I had YouTube on that. And I was so stupid, I didn't even have it land or anything. But I was just messing around.
And you just put that on the timeline.
No, the way I do it is I put it on my business page, and then I just do like one more link to my personal page. Just share it to my personal page. Now when it hits, obviously it's get like 100 shares. So I think it helps to, I don't know, Facebook is tightening up on it, but I think it really helps if you have to open up a bunch of personal pages over this time. They're really clamping down.
I don't know. We don't go black hat because it's a client accounts. We don't have problems with that.
No, I know. And I've seen people where they do that and you can tell they're shut down.
Yeah.
Like they literally would struggle to get like 2 likes.
But when we're doing this case study as well, we already started to see the ad started running just fine. We went through one maybe small little hassle about a certain word. They fixed it and they let the ads run. And as the one in Canyon Country, we stopped it after the first week, and then we ran it again a couple days in the second week because she said, I have extra budget, go ahead and use it up to 200. So we reran it. Then they actually started cutting back down, even on the word you and your, on any of the ads whatsoever, were problems. We had to take out attention Santa Clarita, women of Santa Clarita. We had to take out the word women. So we said attention Santa Clarita. And then we mentioned dry skin, and what was the other one? Dry skin? Decolette was an issue as well, yeah, because it was on the chat. But the dry skin and wrinkle, if we said dry skin and wrinkles, then they actually shut down the ads as well. You can, and it says, do you want to relieve dry skin and wrinkles? But if you put that in the ad, they said that you're actually telling those people you're targeting that they must have dry skin and wrinkles, and that you can't do that anymore. So we had to change that out, you know. It wasn't the page, it was the ad. That was the problem.
No, I know, but then actually pricing on your existing, like my ad rate fluctuate up and down. You know, like like 60, 80, something a little lower. It depends. It's very much like Google. Higher quality page, your per click ad will actually go down.
Yeah. So what was your question?
No, I mean, what's her page well developed?
Yeah.
You just open up. Did you already have a lot of followers and stuff?
Oh no, we didn't put it back on a Facebook page. It's on our own landing page.
The price of a click is based off the Facebook page and not the quality of the ad.
It's based on if you have like a high, well, they give you a price like this is like
Yeah.
like $20 you can get something each.
Oh, you're talking boosted posts?
They give you that price. That's changes according to it, and it depends on the engagement.
Oh, yeah. I haven't looked at boosted posts. I haven't.
Yeah, we're just using ads. We're not using boosted posts. Straight up, just.
Because boosted posts it could be like if you do it what because it's targeted towards your fan base.
Yeah, we were just actually. She doesn't have a fan base, so we were just targeting the Santa Clarita Valley.
Oh, it's not it's not like an either or. You do it all.
Yeah, we want to make sure we can actually segment the test. Yeah, because what we were actually running on that. So we had it running to a ClickFunnels page that had a form fill and and a phone number that could just do it. And it,
So what was the ClickFunnels that you used? I was wondering, could you do a test on that? Might be a test on that thing. Like you look at
You have to kind of.
yeah,
Did you do that in ClickFunnels or did you do it in Facebook? 'Cause-
the lead form
Yeah,
is in ClickFunnels. We used Aweber hooked into it though.
okay, because you know,
Yeah.
like now on Facebook, if you do lead generation, does,
Oh yeah, they have that.
it does, you can, that not does the lead form for you.
Yeah, right on the ad itself.
Yeah.
Yes, people are having crazy success with that.
I think
So-
Facebook will give that more. I think I'm still curious. I think Facebook doesn't necessarily like it when you leave Facebook. I'm still pretty skeptical. Anytime
No,
you
they
leave
don't.
Facebook-
Oh, they don't want you to leave.
If
Yeah.
you reduce your, like,
Yeah.
if you keep
They
it
want you
within
to stay in
Facebook,
Facebook, right?
because I'm gonna show you later on tonight the videos that I'm running, like,
Mhm.
the funnels that that we're doing.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna lead it to the ClickFunnels,
Mhm.
because I get lead generation, but then it was gonna fill out the Facebook, but I actually wanna capture the data. And then in Infusionsoft captures it and then get it email.
So can you do that? You can capture the data that's on the actual ad, and then it'll go into your database.
If you use SyncSumo, you can.
Nice.
SyncSumo, you can do that.
How much is SyncSumo?
I don't know, I forgot. I was just watching a video on it. I think it might be $30 a month, or I don't remember what it is, but I'm not using SyncSumo because I'm using ClickFunnels, and then I'm using Infusionsoft,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
ClickFunnels where it captures it in Infusionsoft. Like, database like tag it.
Wow, that's pretty darn cool. Which I guess you would have to be able to capture that data anyway. It would be pretty useless. Yeah. I know.
And it's really not that expensive compared to like Salesforce. Salesforce not support that Salesforce
Mhm,
business.
mhm. So does it work exactly the same as Salesforce and Infusionsoft can?
I've had Salesforce for like 3 years in a different business,
Uh-huh.
and just barely cleaned it up, and I still don't know how to quite use it the way I know how to use it. Build out campaigns and learning how to connect with the ClickFunnels and or with Facebook and everything like that.
Mhm.
Just I think Infusionsoft just for me it just seems like it's a lot easier.
Mhm.
I know Salesforce is more powerful to like run a lot of businesses, run a lot of things. But I just don't know how to use it.
Yeah, there's a lot of customization that can be done with that. That's why it's so powerful, but it costs a lot of money even to get the customizations done like on that one. Hey, Steve, do you happen to have the links to the what's her page that
You would have got more success if you were the reforming like this, but you were just capturing the data for them to call you guys.
Yeah, balance point.
The lead, what's it called, the lead,
balance point landing page?
right.
Yeah.
We didn't test that because we wanted them to call.
No, just to show them the landing page. So I'm going to go ahead and put up the website or the podcast link. Passive, where the E? It sounds like it, yeah. Oh, what's going on here? Okay. Okay, so it's SPI 261. Yeah, so this itself, I mean, he has so many great tips. Smartpassiveinc.com, and I think it's just 261. Let me go ahead and make sure I get that. So I'll put it up on the doc. Let's see. All the optimization tips for WordPress site that Pat Flynn uses, and I don't know why his site's taking too long. I don't Karen's. Either one. I guess both of them were. Oh no. Okay, well, let me put up the full URL. This is the full URL, smartpassiveincome.com/podcast, SEO self-audit checklist. So I think, Raul, you'll probably find the next part really interesting. So this is the website. If you want to take a look at, this is the landing page that we used.
Can you do the GT metric sets on that one? Be like under one site.
What's that website? GT metrics. When we ran the Facebook ad, we actually made it a point. Yeah.
And how are you told to call them?
This one, right on the top. Or if they filled in the form, then it says your space has been reserved. Please call to schedule your appointment.
Oh, so you put it on them.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So we tried that after on what was it, on something else, right? We didn't we just do a phone number? Whose was that?
Your computer does that would, if they put their phone number in, it would
Mm.
sometimes.
It is kind of fancy, that's the graphics they use.
ClickFunnels is it's not that fast.
There's so many issues with ClickFunnels.
Well, I mean, but landing page, you know, I mean, his regular
Thanks, Steve.
thing was only like.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think it is Cloudflare, right?
It is.
Cloudflare for ClickFunnels?
Ooh, I don't know. I didn't expect you like Max CDN if they're using anything.
Yeah.
Is that better than Southwest?
Yeah.
So Amazon sellers, you guys might want to see this kind of interesting, Raul. If you do, Okay, so I'm going to show you really. Okay, so basically what it's showing right now on the screen is that there's no automatic campaigns. So what I did was I shut off the automatic campaigns, and then I created a brand new, that top one is a brand new campaign with just the word pet urine enzyme in it. So I'm going through it because I'm showing somebody what this. So there's 3 match types, broad, phrase, and exact, just for that 3 words. Put in there. And again, just pointing out there's no auto campaigns running. Then when we go to Amazon, so this word has been dead. It hasn't been working. So now I'm going to type in pet urine enzyme. And it is one that performs. If I remember to get the top spot, and it's on the number 1 spot here on the right now. It actually moves to the main spot a little later. But the main thing is, it will show up. If I go to my competitor's product, I'm opening a couple of tabs. So that's what's happening. All the tabs are being opened. So I'm clicking and opening all these tabs for all my competitors' product. 9 out of the 10 products, I'm in the top spot on their product pages. You'll see when.
But what is it that you did? You just did all 3?
Yeah. So I'm a.
Exact word match?
Well, the thing is, it doesn't matter. I could have picked only one. I just wanted to make sure that I would prove a point because I was being told by a company that you cannot show up on a competitor's page unless it's an auto campaign.
Not just any company. I wouldn't think so. I hadn't heard that, but.
Yeah, so they're saying, no, that's why you have the ASIN numbers. And I said, that's not true. I know you can show up. So to prove a point, I turned off all my auto campaigns and specifically made a campaign for a word that I know that should work. And tab after tab, I'm in the top spot or the top 3 spots on every one of these competitors' pages. Crazy high. So $15 for a bid on that just to get it. So I clicked it myself to show, because I wanted to figure out which one, broad phrase, or that it was coming out of. And I clicked, like the 2 clicks that I did on myself, $5 a click on that.
You paid for it.
Oh, well, but it's a great, and the thing is, for me, I needed to know because we put out a course and we told people, you will show up on the pages. This is where some of the places you'll show up, and then you also show up on the search result, and then, yeah. And then so she was arguing with me, and I said, well, I just got to go ahead and make sure because otherwise we're wrong in the course. We shouldn't. I had to make sure. But yeah, so I did it 3 times, and it's still running today. I actually sent this video to them, so you should correct because I don't want them contradicting what we're saying, especially if they're wrong. If we're wrong, I'll admit it. But I want to make sure that they're actually doing it. So I sent it to them, and I told them I'm going to leave the auto campaigns off all weekend so you can test it yourself. And even this morning I tested it, and it's still showing up in the top results. So if you want to revive a dead word that you know could potentially make money, all you do is pause it elsewhere, start up a brand new campaign, and you can start showing up again. And the reason why you can show up in the search results is because it's like Amazon will give a new product test at the top rate.
Right.
And basically we say it over and over and over.
But does it do it for a new campaign or just a new product?
Does it for a new campaign because it thinks it's a new product. It doesn't decipher the difference.
Really?
Yes, but it only gives you there for about 24 hours.
Right. For a short
Yes.
window.
So you actually do start killing your word. If it's a word that performs and you just have been moved out of spot and you want it back, you can actually take the number 2 spot consistently because the number 1 spot is held for the number 1 performer. If they do a lot of sales, you'll take that 1 spot over and over and over. But if you don't, I haven't been able to make that work. I don't know how to test it.
My data all the time.
Well, in your search term reports, that's because that's when it's showing up directly.
In the product page?
Yes, when somebody actually is going there without a search. What's making them? It's trying it out.
It clicks underneath in one of the recommended products or one of the similar products?
No, yeah, and the other sponsored. Yeah, yeah, on that one. Yep.
Do you have a course on this?
We have sponsored ads course. Yeah. On the Amazon's PPC platform it's within Amazon. That's what solid search marketing is. One thing that we specialize in is actually Amazon sponsored ads, their PPC platform.
We actually recognize among Amazon users that. So like if I want to do a book launch, like on the day of the launch, you can do something like that?
You know what?
Because my book's gonna be on
Can-
Amazon.
Yeah, that's a great question. I don't know if you can actually,
Order it now on Amazon, actually, but- and look at Barnes and Noble and the other bookstores.
that,
Does it work on Kindle?
I wonder, can,
I'll give you a test case in October.
we'll try it.
Just
Why not?
book publishing, I'm trying to figure that out.
Can you,
16 and you wrote
does
it.
Amazon have sponsored ads for books? Let's check it.
My book is not another book athlete.
Yeah, and I saw it in Amazon. So it's already, the listing is already established, right? I would actually be targeting anybody else that wants like finance books, like Dave Ramsey, target those keywords.
So I'm gonna show you the ads that I'm doing for the videos that we're looking at the funnel. And that's right there, I can target the Ramsey. But this is for the Ramsey.
Mhm.
Finance, stuff like that, a bit more of an interest.
Oh, I don't see sponsored ads.
You don't run ads in other, you have like, for instance, in Mexico, Amazon.mex, I haven't seen the ads. You don't do that?
Europe, we take care of a couple of European clients on there, but
How about Canada and Canada, they do it.
Canada,
But in Mexico, I tried to run it, it wouldn't, I didn't see anybody have ads.
oh, yeah, you know what? None of us can read Spanish, so we never try going on
What's
on
the
his
top
own.
ranking products are in English?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like, what? If you run an ad,
Oh, yeah.
mess up the, whole rating system.
There's no ads for books on that way. On that way.
That whole thing that Amazon is that whole
That's a
ranking.
bummer.
Ad will be skewed, right? Because they're based on sales.
Hmm.
For what? Well, you can start, if you publish something on Amazon, then you can put an ad to it. Literally, when they go to Amazon, they're saying an ad may pop up, right? For whatever it is. Yeah.
You know, nobody's ever thought of it.
Mm.
Or like a course, you could advertise a course on there, I don't know.
Any product.
Yeah, you could actually make a course.
Create a course of the book. Like athlete.
Probably could.
Are you talking digital or are you talking hard?
I'm talking digital. Like, you know, use like an online course.
Then how would you download it?
Create a course.
You could set up a landing page, I guess. No, but Amazon doesn't let you leave Amazon. Oh, no? So there's no, you can't do it.
No, you can, because,
With the other ads, you can.
no, you can actually, but you can put digital products on there.
Well, I guess
Or
the
download.
bank to follow email, you can give them the link.
That, but then also, because I've bought software that was downloadable only through Amazon, and it takes you to a download page on Amazon.
I mean, some of the video games are like that.
Yeah. My Quicken is also bought through Amazon, and I had to download it through that way as well. So you probably could. I don't know if anybody's ever interested in doing that, but you can also do it for Roku. I have a friend that every was it Halloween? Just before Halloween, her father has access to a library of hundreds of movies that were already what do you call when they expired past their copyright? Public domain. So he has hundreds of these movies that are public domain. So what she does is she'll compress them and upload them into some kind of place in Roku, and she'll make a playlist and she'll sell it for like $2. And she'll make $1,000 just before Halloween on spooky movies. You know, and I mean, it's, what do they call pop culture? I guess when people like the older type stuff. And then just before, there's one other season that there's a lot of movies for. I can't remember what it is.
Valentine's.
Could be probably a lot of love stories, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Probably
mushy stuff.
Christmas.
It's like
Tons of
Christmas, yeah. So she makes, I know for the Halloween season, the spooky movies, she makes really good, because it takes 60 days or 30 days to pay out. She gets a lot of Christmas money for gifts just before she gets paid out for that. And that's all she does. She uploads a whole bunch of it. She makes a playlist and she sells the access for like a couple bucks. And there's a lot of Roku users that actually buy the stuff. It's crazy. So she was telling me, if there's enough people on there, if you do courses, digital courses like what we do that are just video, you can actually do tutorials and people will buy it on that too. So Roku's another avenue. That might be I mean, I don't know what the threshold is, but if you have something for like $15, you know, on finances, I don't know if that's tapped yet. There's not a lot of people who know how to, and it is like any other platform that's still kind of newer, it's still a headache to go through it. But once you get the hang of it, you get someone that you can reach out customer service wise, and they'll work with you to get it up there and stuff like that. So that's something that's still available as well. Yeah, ROKU. It's a little TV box, just like the Apple TV.
I love Roku.
Yeah, me too.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can access Netflix through it, Amazon Prime movies. We use it to access Amazon Prime movies through. You can also YouTube.
Angry Birds.
Angry Birds. Yeah, they do have games on there. That's true too.
2 hours on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wish it had a browser. That's the only thing I wish. Yeah. Can you download one?
It's not, no, it's not. It's not very user friendly. You can get YouTube really
Yeah.
good, but you really can't. Yeah, like you want to see videos from some other site. Yeah.
What about Chromecast?
I've never used Chromecast yet, but I do know at Roku they have like free apps that will allow you to do all kind of different stuff. Like even because a lot of Rokus have a chip, you can even put in your chip so that you can play a slideshow from right off. I don't know who uses digital cameras anymore.
Subscribe that way. Download apps that way. I have a friend
Mhm.
who does that and somehow got her app on one of those. So you can download it, and they didn't even put anything. It was like for Christian music videos, and they have like no content. But within like a week, they had like over 1,000 subscribers. And like, I don't know what to do with this. I'm like,
Yeah, there's a lot of people on Roku. So it's, yeah, and they search because they don't know, like you said, they don't have a lot of stuff on there that's really searching. What is it? You can actually tap into Japanese television live streaming because people tap their Roku into whatever's playing in Japan, so you can actually watch a live stream that's coming over Japan without having to pay for internet. And then I don't know if that's legal though. Now that I think about it, I better not. I'm better not advocate that, but it's on Roku. I mean, it's not like a. Yeah, I don't know because they're feeding somebody else's channel.
one thing I'm testing, actually, it's a theory. This is a theory, but I'm testing it. So, on Thanksgiving weekend, Thanksgiving break, my son's just sitting at home, and I'm like, you're not gonna sit and play video games. He was not. And I took a little course on how to write a kid's book. I said, you're gonna write a kid's book. 16, you can write a little kid's book. Well, he did, and it turned out to actually be pretty good. So we did the whole Kindle thing, and we got it on CreateSpace. It arrived today. The proof, it looks fabulous. Because of that, he's already been invited to like a couple of book fairs and.
Wow.
Because he's 16, and it's a really good story, right? But anyway, I went to my friend and I had him record the audio. Now I'm testing this. I don't know, it's gonna take a little bit. So I went ahead and I turned it into on CD Baby. I don't know if you guys are familiar with CD Baby. I uploaded it on CD Baby, and they posted it everywhere. They posted it on iTunes and everywhere. They posted it everywhere. And so you can purchase it. Like any music artist can do that. You can upload your songs and we'll distribute it through a platform. So I created an audio and I distributed it. But my goal is YouTube, because they have Razorfish, I think it's called, where they collect royalties from your music if it's put on a video on YouTube, right? So you collect royalties from that. And I have friends who make a lot of money because they're musicians doing that. But I manage the royalties for one of my buddies, and he makes about $15,000 a year just through his YouTube videos, just because people upload his song and add little slideshows and stuff like that, right? Just because he doesn't hardly do anything. People upload his music all the time. And so my theory is I created a video for his, a really good video with him reading the story. If I can drive a lot of traffic to that video on YouTube, I could probably double dip and get whatever YouTube pays, but they're also collecting royalties because it's audio from the book, and see if we can get paid through CD Baby. I'm gonna test it because we're already doing it with music, and I know it works. Just wondering if it'll work with that. How does the YouTube royalty work?
Oh, so just so you know, also YouTube advertising now, they won't let ads show up until you have 10,000 followers.
Yeah.
So that's something that's just recently changed. Yeah.
But I
so
think it's a channel though, it's not a video.
correct. I'm sorry. 10,000. It is per channel. It's 10,000. Is it views? 10,000 views for the channel. Yeah. So 10. Well, you know, for someone who's brand new though, that can take quite a while.
What is that again?
10,000 views in a channel, and then that before you get before they will allow ads to start showing up. Before that, anybody could throw up anything and you could start trying to
You know what?
monetize
My
it.
son told me today as I was dropping up today, I just got approved for the app. I'm like, really? Because he just created the channel. So I have to look at it.
Oh,
have to see what
I
he
think
did.
it's just the ads won't show until 10,000 views though.
It
So you-
approves it ahead of time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll prove it. But it'll be interesting to see what happens if I'm in tech. You can make a little cash.
Yeah, he's gonna pay for his own college.
That's my goal.
That's
My
all.
8-year-old can't stop talking about Amazon. He wants, every day he's like, give me another tip, Dad. He's already picking out his products. He's gonna launch for my 8-year-old. He's like all for it.
How many do you have now?
How many what?
Products.
Live right now, I have 16 live.
Oh,
I have
man.
3 that are being manufactured, and then when I went to China this last time, I partnered up with somebody.
Mhm.
They had the cash. I'm like, okay, I'll partner up with you. I took him, because he's a real workaholic, and he really has done all the work. I'm real proud of him. And we purchased 22 products.
Oh
They're
my
being
goodness.
manufactured right now.
Are you still working? Are you still working a full-time job?
Right now, I'm not. This is beautiful. This is the first time ever that I'm off. I had surgery 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
So I was
okay.
able to finagle and have the doctor give me 3 months off. So I'm gonna be full-time Amazon for 3 months.
Nice.
So I'm really stoked about
you look rested.
what I can
Yes,
do.
you do.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's the first time. You guys knew what kind of workload I carry.
Yeah, it's crazy.
This is
Yeah.
the first time where it's just.
I don't even know how you did it with 16 products when you worked that many hours. I mean, that's crazy.
Cool.
Wow.
Right.
You graduated. You
Yes,
okay?
graduated.
Yeah. So.
Gradually got my
Mm.
bachelor's. It's there. Thank, don't think I'm gonna use it, but yeah. Now my kids don't have an excuse. But you know what I found? This is, and you probably know this. You probably know this. Pay-per-click on Amazon gives you the best profit. I can pick winners because of the data. I'm almost, in fact, the last 3 products, because the others are being manufactured, so I don't know, but the last 3 products that I picked because of Amazon pay-per-click,
Mhm.
all I do is run ads and they rank up like either middle of page 1 or one-on-one, no problem, and they sell perfectly just because of the data I collected on. It's-
Or to create your listing, you mean? Is that?
No, it's to find the product. It's all
Oh, to
about-
find your
See,
product.
I no longer look for products.
Ah,
I used to
yeah.
teach us to look for a product. I no longer look for products. I look for keywords. I
Oh.
find a keyword that's being ignored but has traffic, and then I go find the product next.
That's brilliant,
And
man.
when it's being ignored, it's like pie, but
Yeah.
like number 1.
Don't tell anybody that trick.
And
'cause-
there's so many
Yeah.
though.
No, there is.
So
Yeah.
many of those keywords. So now I'm focusing, and it'll be interesting in the next few months when my products go live, because I'm really using this on this last batch
Mhm.
to see how well it does. But the last 3 I did, it was effortless because I was specific. Some of them are a little long tail,
Mhm.
but I think it's about 6,000 searches a month.
Yeah.
And no one's running ads for that keyword, and no one's got it in their title, and no one's addressing that specific keyword. Then in fact, most of my products, the name of my products are now the keyword. The people type it in,
Yeah.
that's what they're looking for, that's what it is.
We have so much data.
I know. No, it really is. I mean, because when we get clients and we're actually like astonished at how they're just launching these new things that are coming up. One, it's the lack of competition that really is there. I mean, there's just so much stuff that to be sold on Amazon still. So the saturation point depends how you look at it. If you're losing ASM strategy, that's saturated. Their strategy. But yeah, if you're looking at other ways to go about, you can
It's
still.
too saturated, but
Yeah.
it's just a lot of opportunity. You gotta do the work.
Yeah.
It's not superficial like it used to be. You gotta really dig deep. But once you have it down, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna pick winners every time because, I've only launched 3 that way so far.
Mhm.
But the likelihood of getting my money back is really high.
Yeah.
You don't really have to sell that many.
But you do take on inventory.
Sort of.
You try to split it with the manufacturer?
No. What I do, I mean, in a way I do, and in a way I don't. What I do is I test products. So I'll buy 5, 10, 20 products, very low cost. They don't even have to be good products. I'm testing the keyword. If all of a sudden I can make money with that keyword in a product that's not so good, then I can test the volume and I have an idea of how many units I can push. Then I go to China and source a great product, great quality, specific to that, great prices. Then I don't mind buying 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 units because the keyword has proven out. So I now, before, well, I never really did, but most of that they will teach us, you know, you gotta buy 1,000 units because you're gonna run out. You buy 200, you're gonna run out. And also now that work you did, you lost your ranking. So they kind of scared you to buying 1,000, 2,000. And that led to a lot of people having their garages.
But your first product, that did happen, you ran out, you got it, and you ran out.
Right, I kept running out.
But that was good, that was a good thing.
Yeah, it was a good thing, but I only bought 72 units the first time. And then I ran out.
No, and you were packing them, remember, when you were going to Austin, yes.
But yours is expensive though, right? That's why. Yours was expensive
Yeah,
though,
I was
right?
selling it for $40, up to $60, but I still sell it for that product. Well, that's what got me going though. I lucked out because I hit a good product that was able to fund my whole line.
Well, that's the thing. You also stated that wasn't the ASM rules. That was
wasn't.
Yeah,
I
it was
mean, I
outside.
wrote the
Yeah,
ASM rule.
yeah.
The guy kind of came up because of what Will said. I put two and two together, and they still reference that phrase I told Jason.
Yes.
They still reference it because it still works. I still live by that rule.
Mhm.
Fly under the radar. I have a bunch of products that do $3,000 to $5,000 a month on it. I don't need a 50, 60, 70. I've done it. I don't need those products. Under the radar. You guys have so much data. I so many different products. So many golden opportunities with your data, guys. Oh my God.
So those who don't know what ASM is, it's actually a Amazon selling course, and that's what it's thousands of people who have jumped into taking that course, and we all get taught the same thing on how to sell on Amazon. And Raul is a product of that as well, but he broke the rules and did successfully well by doing it, because then he's not doing what everybody else was doing. He went on his own and did a lot better. So anybody else have any other questions? I didn't really have anything planned, so I didn't have like a curriculum or structure per se on anything else.
One question I have is like, let's say you on my email list, like you're following stuff.
Mhm.
How do you put that, or do you know how to put that on your website as like a blog where, let's say you just write it from one spot and then upload it everywhere, blog, on your website?
There are sweet softwares, but I don't know them on that way. Yeah, I don't know. My wife is actually looking into a plugin that does that, where she could actually just post it. And she was saying that she saw something where she could hashtag it, and that hashtag would trigger her software to put it into certain areas. And that. I told her if she knows what it is, I'll help her install it and put it all together. So she actually
Do you know what website if she's modeling or what website she's
No. Unfortunately, I wasn't a good husband, and I was very tired. So when she was asking me questions, I told her later, and I never got back to her on it. No. Yes. The problem is she sits now right in front of me on the opposite side of the table. And so if I'm on my computer, I'm working and concentrating on my thing. And if she's asking me questions, I can't think, and I'm a guy. I just have one thing at a time, you know? Yes. I was like, come on, I can't multi. I mean, I don't know how she does it. She can be watching a video, listening to some other song, and listen to me at the same time. I give her the gift of being a woman. I mean, that's what it is for her. But so she was building this thing. For those who don't know, she's into K-pop, which is Korean pop music. And she's putting ads on top of this, and no, these are ads. Like if someone clicks on it, she makes money. These are ad Google ads. So she's starting to put these up here, and because it's all about K-pop, what she's doing is using YouTube videos and making little quiz videos. The most ridiculous things. It's 4 cars show up, like a Porsche, a truck, a Lamborghini, or I don't know, a Toyota or something. And then it says, before the video starts, it says, pick a car, and your car will match to one of your guys. And it's the 4 guys in the band. So like if they pick Porsche, and then it says, if you pick Porsche, and your guy is this guy. And if you pick truck, then your guy is, and it's so funny because we were driving back from Cambria yesterday, and she's reading me the comments that these girls are putting on. I can't believe it. I took the quiz twice and I got it wrong. It's a YouTube video. I mean, it doesn't change. But they're all like happy about it. It's really.
How is she like on the downloads? Is she capturing
No, so this is an ad too. Yeah. So she's not. So right now she's not. She's not really. She's just right now is just driving traffic to just get clicks. So
driving traffic and from there she getting advertising?
well, she's using Google right now, and if it gets big enough, then so she just makes these little icon type things. Wait, she's gonna. Where was it? Oh, so she does an unboxing of DVD that she got from one of the stores. Yeah, it's so funny because and she gets views on these things. It's really weird. The thing is, people search for it when the new releases come out because I guess they got to get it shipped in from Korea and it's hard to get. So people want to know what they're going to get on this.
I haven't bought DVDs in such a long time. Maybe they put something special.
Oh, so that's another thing. Pop groups are so smart. They make 5 different DVDs and they stick one portrait of each of the members in it. So the thing is, you don't know what image is in there. So you got to buy all 5 and hope you get your guy, you know? And then, so she talks about like, what does she talk about? She talks about how there's girls in Korea who buy like cases of the stuff, open them all up, and then they segment it out, and then they sell it individually from their home. And they don't mark it up. They just do it to help everybody else kind of do it. So they were doing their ordering type thing.
They're not working with costumes, they'll return it.
Yeah, so I don't, yeah, basically, so that's what she's doing with it. That's how she's just driving at the end, I think, did it say at the end of the video? I think she put, what is that? No, she doesn't know what they're singing. So she's from Japan. I mean, her parents are from Japan. So she grew up liking J-pop, which is Japan pop groups. And those guys can't sing. And their dancing is not all that great. So, I mean, I can't understand it anyway, but she likes those, and she can understand it because she's bilingual with Japanese. But then, so her friend got her into K-pop. No, she knows I bag on her about this all the time. Yeah. She's like she's right now. Her and her friend are. I mean, when I come to this, they're watching like K-pop DVD videos before I get home, kind of thing. But yeah, she started doing this, and now she's starting to go to a lot of concerts because they travel here a lot more to do concerts. So when she goes, she has these pins that she made, which the whole reason for this site was actually also to sell some pins that she made. And so the pins are not up yet, I think.
You never tried Etsy for pins?
She did. It didn't work. No. I don't know. The thing is, she didn't want to go against copyright as far as copyrighting their logos and stuff. So she made up her own designs using the band names, and it's just not as popular. She just doesn't want to go over that line of getting through.
Like 3 years ago, 2 years ago, Etsy.
It actually is still very popular. Yeah, still very good. So does anybody have any questions? Anything else? All right, let me wrap it up. So what kind of internet?
You can do a t-shirt, ear bubble, or do that other one that does.
Yeah, so do you design them yourself? Okay, so there's actually quite a bit of t-shirt making companies that you don't actually have to have inventory. You can sell it, and then they actually print and ship on demand. It works, but it depends on the niche, I guess is the best way if you can market it well. The good thing is that it's very low risk because you don't have inventory you have to worry about.
Very
And,
low front, and you find a design that's successful, then you put it off and go manufacture it.
yeah.
So it's a great way to test your designs, and the cost is very minimal. Right?
Yeah, you can find a local. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just basically, you provide a pot. And then they'll just air from there.
know, Amazon, it closed down signups for it, but they had a program where you as an artist, you could just sign up for an account and they would take your design, make t-shirts, take care of everything.
On Amazon, really?
But they closed. I haven't checked in about a week,
Merch?
but, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What is it?
Merch for video games?
No, they had it for artists and for the.
Really?
Yeah, so you can on Amazon and they pick up everything, all you gotta do is.
Got an account.
They probably take the majority,
Right.
you don't have it.
Right.
Yeah, I think.
It might still be open.
I don't know if it's a percentage yet or it's not amount, but Amazon marketing.
Yeah.
We want to tell you it's not, so.
Yeah, so go here.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So you're doing actually silk screening?
Not
silk, well, she does.
I do that. Where is it? Yeah, same thing.
Who's the target market?
Scale up, though, it's
Cus-
nice if you can get it to work, but it's really cheap.
I don't know.
You gotta spend a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Because I mean, people still use those inkjet or whatever, attach wrong, right? Those are expensive. Yeah.
Like what?
Have a regular Amazon account if you're gonna make them yourself.
Yeah, no.
Amazon seller.
It looks like it. It looks like merch is still up.
There's a website, I mean, for you.
Yes, there's actually a lot of Teespring and
Teespring.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
one thing is, keyword research. Depending, or you know, you can put a bunch of designs
Yeah.
out there, and then you'll see which ones are trash. To me, that's-
Do you have a website already?
No.
Okay, so you want to definitely have a website first, because that's going to be where everybody will be able to find you and actually find out more. I would say you might want to go use all the free methods possible, like just building a Facebook page, and then also using YouTube. So what is the I guess the design theme, or like who would be interested in?
Mostly like my age, so like teenagers,
Mhm.
maybe.
So is it a cartoon or?
Yeah. Is it abstract or is it dogs, cats?
Like she'll take
people?
the word Ohio.
Uh-huh.
And she'll do like graphic design. Like
Oh.
car vinyl, that kind of thing.
Okay, so how do you draw it? How do you make it? You know what? Just a test, but I would throw a camera on you making the design. And then just talk some of your thoughts, because people want to connect with the artist. And then at that point on, yes, then you can go ahead and start marketing it from that point. And when you're done to buy this finished product, go to my website at such and such. And and that will just drive in. I mean, YouTube takes a year, at least a year of. So if you can put one a week and be on a schedule, then and don't be discouraged. Yes, if you could, just a design. By the end of the year, don't be discouraged if you only have 20 or 30, because it just takes one person to find you and say, check this girl out, and boom, 50,000 the next day, and it just takes off. But it takes consistency for people to find you, because if they find you once and you only one hit wonder of this one little video, they're not going to share it. But if they see you're consistent, they say, check what this girl is doing, and then maybe a couple to take off. That's the work that it would kind of take behind it, is what I'm thinking on there, and then kind of have it from there. But that's where I would, because it's free, it doesn't cost anything to do. It's just a little sweat.
More for social media.
Yeah.
You find, because there are a lot of people in your age group, it's amazing how many followers they have. In fact, like Instagram, it's like, I think you're done after 25. Like if you look at anybody who's got like a million followers, they're like,
The other thing is, there's we heard on this guy who he started a company, and basically he starts just giving away shirts, and then when he had an investment in it though. He spent a couple $1,000 and just gave away. Was it Russell Brunson? Yeah. No, it was a software company.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're saying.
And his company just took off from the shirt giveaways. It started to do that.
That's more strategic.
Yeah. So high schoolers, I mean, for your age group, if you get a whole bunch of your friends, give away those shirts and Instagram it. Yeah, yeah. And that, yeah.
That's huge, though. You make a video a day, because then you'll start getting traffic. And you just share, hey, I'm making a video on Snapchat or whatever, go to my website, boom. Then you
Media
capture
cost is amazing. It's just basically, I mean, it's basically your time. You could get I mean, it's so cheap to make videos.
Yes, and especially if you're drawing it anyway, then all you do is before you finalize it, just triple the speed, so they can just see you doing it. Yeah, so they're not. Yeah, so it's not the full length on that way, but you know, it's a good. The description is really important. You know, that you give YouTube every clue possible about what it's about. TubeBuddy, there's a tool that you might want to look into. It's kind of a plugin. It's called TubeBuddy. But it'll give you some insights onto what's going on with your competition on YouTube and those type of things on there. Yeah, so I'll show you what it looks like, because I think I have it on. Let's see. Oh.
Where do you guys live now?
We're in Valencia. Yeah. No, north track over here.
I can't hear very well. I'm not listening. I'm bad. I don't listen. I don't know well.
See what you started, Chris? And it's on, well,
No, you stopped it already.
no, it's still on.
She'd never watch it anyway.
You're gonna get a phone call right now.
We're hearing.
Yeah.
Well, kind of. I have a
Oh, I don't have it on here. Oh well.
What's that Santa Barbara company? With the dog?
Oh. So
It's based out of Santa Barbara. Big dog, isn't it? Big dog?
It has like that big, big dog on it.
Yeah.
Big dog.
It's like a Beethoven type dog.
They're like, I think, international now.
Yeah.
or something like that.
Oh yeah, I grew up in Hawaii. Big dogs everywhere in Hawaii. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really reminded me of. They sell
Yeah. So
t-shirts,
it's TubeBuddy, the second line that's there. I don't have the plugin on here, but it's basically a plugin that goes into like Chrome, I think. And then when you go onto YouTube, it'll tell you all your stats and analytics. And now it does have a fee, so it's not necessary really. Just make sure your descriptions are talking about some things that are attracting to keywords that your age group would be looking for designs and those type of things. Yeah, once a month, the first Tuesday of every month. And then usually we have subject matters that we can go over certain things. Last month we had Facebook, but this time I didn't really have a lot except for what I was working on to show. And if anybody had questions, that we could have it.
Yeah.
If you have a topic you want us to talk about, you can just shoot us a message or.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah. Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and shut off the feed.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Really bad with
See ya.